Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. And today, I think I have a couple of very interesting insights into Ripple/XRP. Because we have to talk about what a Goldman Sachs executive or actually an ex-executive, said about XRP. We have a little bit of interesting thoughts on XRP as a global reserve currency, and some thoughts on XRP making millionaires. So let's dive right in.
And this one comes to us from Serkan Orbe, and the question is, what about XRP? Obviously, they're talking about Ripple. Any thoughts there, Al?
Yeah, so there's this weird narrative from the past about Ripple. The point being is, even if they have to settle a lawsuit and get a slap on the wrist, Ripple plays actually quite an important role. It's a money transmission network, and it does quite a good job of it. And it has deep connections with global governments around the world and has worked really hard on it. So there is a reason the chain is valued as highly as it is, and it's not from speculation, because actually, it got taken off a whole bunch of exchanges because of the lawsuit. It's actually because when I use my net cast law model, the amount of value that gets transacted on the chain is very high. It's being used. So I think if you lift the legal issue, probability is that the value of the chain increases significantly. And as the world moves towards central bank digital currencies, I think the XRP network is going to be somewhere at the center of all of that. So yeah, I don't rule it out. I know it's not flavor of the day for a lot of people. I think it's a big player, it's a real player, and it has its niche.
Did you did you guys catch that? Let's play it again. No, just kidding. But that's actually pretty juicy. I didn't expect Raul to be such a realist. I'm not so sure how else to phrase it. I thought he'd be more in the sense of this XRP thing, it's probably kind of garbage. I don't know anything about it, honestly, but it's kind of... But him to be so, I guess, educated on the matter, it surprised me a little bit. But I guess it got me more excited to kind of see it from his side as well. I'm not trying to connect it too much to being in Goldman executives before. I'm only purely using that part to kind of showcase that, hey, different people with different agendas at different layers all think differently about the XRP ledger and XRP and Ripple, whatever. He also agrees there's a lot of value in it. If you take away the legal issue, it'd probably be way crazier. It will probably be the center of CBDCs if, again, the US lets them. It has deep connections with global governments. You already heard him say it. And he explains again, there's a reason the chain is as highly valued as it is. And I think he couldn't have said it better than what he said. Now, I have quite a lot of different people send me information regarding CBDC, and here's, for example, Anders retweeting Crypto Insights UK, why I think India's pending CBDC will be built on Ripple /XRP ledger. Yes, it's speculation. Go get the coffee and strap in. Here's everything that we know. There's a lot of different theories for a lot of these different thoughts, by the way. So what I mean to say is there's a lot of backing as to why Ripple could play a significant role in these systems. And whenever I say Ripple, okay, let me be a little bit light with that. But you can invest into Ripple as a private company, sure. But we're all here sitting around this table talking about XRP. If Ripple were to vanish right now, it'd probably be not so good for XRP, but it'd survive. It'd be completely fine. And a lot of these partnerships could still stand, hypothetically speaking. I'm just talking here about the XRP ledger. Putting Ripple on a little side stool, just sit back down on your chair, little boy, and looking only at XRP, our prized position. There's a very good chance a lot of big players are going to be choosing this. So he goes on the little rampage explaining every single thing. You might want to check this out. You might not. At the end of the day, it's speculation. It is connecting the dots. It is putting all these different things together to make it as to why it's so logical for Ripple to be a significant player in all of this. And, well, he also knows to tag Raul Paul in all of this because, again, it's pretty interesting that he's such a big fan of the matter. I didn't know. I sometimes like to go back a couple of years and look back at people like Ashton Kutcher, for example. If you guys remember that, right? Him also sending a lot of XRP to Ellen, and just this network running a lot deeper than many people expect or care to think of. You know, Ripple already has deep roots over in India. India's not as progressive towards crypto as we might want them to be, but they're very open towards a lot of different things. Ripple's got a pretty big office in there, and they're expanding like crazy. There's a good chance they've worked on a lot of different layers of the CBDC already, and that's kind of what he's going into. There's a lot to be said about it. There's, however, another video that I have that I want to share with you. It is 2 minutes long. For some people, that might sound like an extremely long time, you know, 2 minutes. I have to last 2 minutes. But trust me, it'll be worth it, okay? Little side note, you might have to put up your sound a little bit because it's pretty quiet.
So we got a question from Michael who wants to know about, where you see currency risk. It seems like you have a slightly bearish view on the dollar, relatively, constructive on emerging market currencies, specifically Asian currencies. Is there anywhere out there that you see major currency risk at the moment?
Well, I think there's a major currency risk in general to paper monies that are being created by national governments. And I think we can see that recently with the Bitcoin phenomenon and maybe the general crypto space. I mean, the world is moving in this area towards crypto in general, and I'm a great believer in that. The question we've got to ask is, which cryptocurrencies will survive? What are their uses? And I think that, Bitcoin is establishing itself as a store of value. Okay, Ethereum probably is a very good medium for smart contracts. XRP looks to be, I would assume, to be the choice link as a bridge currency between these central bank digital currencies at some stage. I mean, it seems to have the architecture already there. So I think those ones make a lot of sense. I'm not too familiar with many of the attributes of the others, but you can see various uses. Now, the issue that you've got to question is, well, can central banks or governments demonetize these currencies? And that's clearly the big risk. Can they put legislation in place?
Yeah.
Well, they tried to demonetize gold, and they've tried many times to demonetize gold, but they've never succeeded. So that maybe gives you some confidence about the sort of durability, if you like, of Bitcoin. XRP is a more complicated issue, but I think the alacrity with which many governments are now sort of following with the central bank digital currency race, started by China 2 or 3 years ago. Everyone's now trying to catch up with the Chinese, seeing what the big risk is. What you still need is a bridge currency which sits over the top. And the only currency I can think of that has the architecture is the XRP unit. So that's another one to think about. So I would say the risk is coming to paper currencies from these crypto ones, but it won't be a straight line ride. That's for sure.
Just for reference, though, again, this comes from Real Vision, which is, again, Raul Paul's YouTube channel. So I'm not sure exactly who this individual is. I'm assuming the opposite, the one he's conversing with. But, hey, if I'm wrong, I might be wrong. I didn't watch the entire video. Is Michael Howell, Managing Director at Cross Border Capital. After taking 5 seconds to confirm, indeed, he is Max, so we're good. Now, without further ado, let's summarize here. XRP looking pretty good. Coming from many people's mouths, huh? I don't know what else to tell you. Big things happening this week. That was the summarization, by the way. That was it. That's all you get. There's a couple things happening. Big week for crypto coming up. 9/13 to 9/14. You US people do this in such an odd way. Why don't you go like day to month to year? Isn't that way more logical than month, day, year? So I don't understand. But apparently Blockworks Digital Assets Summit. Okay. Then the day after we have the CFTC Benham testifies before Senate AG and Gary Gensler testifies before Senate Banking Committee, both 10 a.m. We then have Ethereum's merge to POS, same day, to be honest with you. What else are you guys watching this week? Well, we're actually watching a lot of different things. Again, guys, am going to be at the Binance Blockchain Week over in Paris for the next couple of days. So if you guys are in Paris, hit me up, maybe we can meet up. And obviously, if you're wondering, yes, settlement is always still an option. John Deaton keeps shouting out as well. It could literally be at any one of these points. There's a lot of different reasons, though, as to why it might be pretty damn soon. A lot of it has to do with the fact that they might not want to get a lot of this information out to the public, the SEC, that being. There's a couple of small lawsuits update that we had just now, but the only one that I have in front of me is regarding a ceiling dispute, and I kind of don't want to waste you guys' time again. So let me type in James Fillon. Let's quickly see exactly what it was. I already checked it out, though, guys, and it was a ceiling dispute about 2 hours ago. You can see it right here. Ripple defendants, for reasons stated earlier, opposed the SEC's request to seal the identities of its proposed experts in connection with the parties. Downward motions, including the parties' reply briefs, new and original filings, are below. has to do with the fact that the SEC wants to keep everybody hidden that they questioned to get information out of. And Ripple's like, no, that's not acceptable to us. So, make it public. And the SEC obviously is saying, no, we don't want to. James Phelan also shared that there was a little tweet from Stuart Alderoty, head of legal counsel or general counsel at Ripple. Great thread this week's Senate AG hearing from our head of policy, Susan Friedman, also over at Ripple. And yeah, that was pretty interesting, but not interesting enough for this video, I'd say. But yeah, guys, that was it for today's little crypto update. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed it. If you did, let me know down below. And also, guys, let me know down below if you're still holding XRP and still are excited about XRP. I personally still think they'll win. I personally still am very bullish on XRP, but every now and then people blast me in the comment section for being a big XRP bull. It is what it is, though. Do I care? Absolutely freaking not. No regrets, no trouble in my bubble or whatever. I'll hold patiently. And even people like Crypto, for example, we had a discussion, right? A lot of these guys hold a couple million XRP without actually telling you, and they might say they're bearish on it, but they hold it for in case. A lot of people are like this. They have a couple million XRP in their stash just for in case it actually goes parabolic, for example. Even though they're not extremely bullish on it, they see the risk to reward. I've explained it to you guys before with my calculations. It is very, 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 very... Statement here. This is in no way, shape, or form financial advice. These are just my only thoughts, my thoughts alone. For entertainment purposes, I am a jokester. Don't take me serious. Don't take this as advice in any way. Very, 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 very wise for me, and I think a lot of my friends as well, to invest into XRP because the potential is really high. There's a good chance it might fail. Sure, let's put it at 15%. There's an 85% chance it's going to at least 10x. Boom, got myself an investment right there. It's juicy. But that's just my thoughts on the matter. A lot of people disagree, and that's completely fine. You do you, I do me, and at the end of the day, we'll see who is better. Yeah, because I don't care what you do. I guess I'm just doing me, and I'm telling you guys the story. And that was it for today's video. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed it. See you guys later in another one. Peace.